Let's take a look at when I launched my new collection. It was raining so heavily on the roof of my studio that the audio in these first few clips is not as clear as usual. So thanks for bearing with me, it will be back to normal after the first few clips. Hi everyone, I hope you are okay on this very rainy Friday. It's not a Friday, it's a Thursday. It feels like a Friday because it's a bank holiday in the UK. I am coming live to launch the Find Your Groove collection, which will be going live in 4 minutes. Yeah, I just really wanted to put together a collection that felt really fun and uplifting and was all about finding out who you are, celebrating who you are, loving who you are, and not being afraid to share that with other people. And that is what this collection's all about. So 1 minute to go, and I'm going to hit launch on everything. So you can be refreshing your home pages. Oh my God, I've just had my first order. Who is this? Oh, Kathy, thank you so much, Kathy. I'm so excited. Oh, we've got a mug. We've got 2 mugs, a notebook, 2 tote bags, and an art print. What? Thank you so much. And another order from Heather. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Oh, so I just went live to launch the Find Your Groove collection, as well as a couple of bonus products, and there are 38 items in this collection. Like, talk about making work for myself. It has been a long day. So at the last minute, I added 8 art prints and 5 more mugs to the shop, and I was awake until midnight last night editing product photos. Then this morning I got up and decided I wasn't happy with the tote bag photos, and I did them all again, because of course I did. And then, yeah, it has been a long day of doing the product listings. I've only listed everything on Shopify. I haven't even looked at TikTok, Etsy, wholesale, any of that. But I am just glad that I got it all on there by whatever time it was, 6 o'clock. So I went live at 5 to 6 and just talked about the collection, then hit go on everything, and then talked through all the products. And I've never done that before. I've filmed a collection launch, but I've never gone live like pressing go or anything. I normally do it early and then leave. So that was an added layer of pressure, especially when I was like tearing around until literally the time. But I got my first couple of orders while I was on the live, and the first one, yeah, like, oh, there's another one. The first order blew me away. Thank you so much, Kath. Kath loved the collection, apparently. The first 3 orders are from Kath, Heather and Emma. Both ordered a bunch of different items. I know it's only 3 orders so far, but it just makes me feel emotional, because I work really hard on it, as we all do when we run our own businesses, and particularly people who create things and they put their heart and soul into the designs, and all the designs I create, like, they mean something to me. They've been inspired by something, an experience in my life, or an emotion, or something I want people to feel, or, you know, like, they're all inspired by those types of things. And so you hope that they'll resonate with people, and sometimes they do and sometimes they just don't. I did a launch where I filmed myself putting it live, and I thought, right, I'm gonna leave the camera there and I'm gonna film as the orders come in, blah blah. The orders just weren't coming in, and I felt quite deflated. And I stepped away, and I was just honest about it when I came back. I left it in the vlog. I just thought, you know, this is a real experience. I'm not just going to pretend I didn't film it to save face. Like, sometimes you think things will hit, and people like them, but just not as much as you thought they would. And so to just get those first few orders when I was on the live, it really gave me a boost. And it's really been giving me a boost to see people commenting on the kind of teasers that I've shared, commenting on like my YouTube videos, telling me which designs they love, like all the engagement that you give me, like, it's so valuable, and it just lets me know that I'm on the right track. So it means so much. Thank you so much. I can see that someone's checking something out, which is just like, yeah. I still have a bunch of stuff to do tonight. It is a 4-day weekend after this, which is really lovely. Although I'm not going to lie, I'm going to have to do some work tomorrow, but that means I've still got maybe a 3.5-day weekend. So, you know, it's not all bad. So I'm going to go and eat my tea, do my little bits and bobs I need to do today, and then I'm just going to step away and we're going to see what happens over the weekend. And then, can you see I'm like distracted looking at my phone? I'm going to gather my thoughts, and then when I properly come back to work on Tuesday, I will have a much more collected view of how things have gone, and I will share it with you. So I will see you then. Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday. And as you can tell by that intro, I'm so tired this morning. What is going on in my life is that my dog Maggie used to sleep downstairs as a puppy for the first few years of her life, and then we moved house and she freaked out and she wouldn't sleep downstairs, and we were like, oh, we're so tired, it's been a really long moving day, let's just have her sleep with us tonight. Cue the next 4 years of her sleeping in our room. She doesn't sleep on our bed because we kick her off, but she sleeps in our room. And we're adopting later this year, and we need to start the process of transitioning her back down to sleeping downstairs. And oh my gosh, that crow signifies how it's going. Yeah, it's not going well. The first few nights weren't too bad, but they were sleepless. But over the weekend, she was just howling and frantically barking to the point where we were like, yeah, this is just causing her anxiety. We need to maybe dial it back and do it a bit slower and change how we're doing it. So yeah, my husband ended up sleeping on the settee. But what it's meant is that our sleep schedules are just like kaput, because we've had so many sleepless nights, and I'm fully in training for when little one comes, because last night I didn't get to sleep till about 3:30, and then I woke up at 8 because I'm getting old and my body just does that now, and I feel awful. Like, there it is. Oh, I would have liked to have hit the ground running today, but I think it's going to be more of a dawdle. So, yeah. But let me actually move the camera so I can sit down, because I'm not enjoying standing here, and I'll update you on the launch. So the launch happened on Thursday, and I'm so pleased with how it went. It's the first time that I had gone on Instagram Live to launch a collection, and that was like an extra bit of pressure, but I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed being able to show the collection, and like, it was a bit distracting because I had the live view open on my laptop and I was like, oh, I can see people on the website. But I try not to worry too much about that. It can get a little bit addicting, specifically when you've got the app on your phone as well, and you can see the live view of who's on the website, where they are, who's got things in the basket, who's checking out, not who, but like numbers. And yeah, it can be a bit unhealthy and be difficult to switch off from that. So I tried not to keep that open. Launching this collection, I was coming off the back of 2 weeks of really feeling not very well. Feeling sick and spaced out as the days went on, and I kind of realised after a little bit, I made the connection of me coming off some medication, and I think it was withdrawal from that. But there was so much to do ahead of the launch, as there always is for a new product launch. And then couple that with the fact that there ended up being 38 items in the product launch is just, yeah, what was I doing? But I was excited, and I mean, I think it's good because I've offered new types of products in my shop that I've never stocked before. So we've got 3 new product types: art prints, tote bags and mugs. And then just, yeah, so many stickers, stationery items, like all these good things. And I'm really proud of what I've created. I think I said in my last launch vlog that with every launch,
the number of tasks I need and want to do for a launch increases every time. As I learn new things and also as my business expands, like when I used to launch products, I never, for example, would have had to have thought about, right, you've now got to get these new products into your stockists or see which stockists want them. And I had hoped to be further along in the process of those tasks before I hit launch on my website, but that just isn't how it played out. I wasn't very well. There were other things going on, like other projects. I couldn't just stop everything else. So today is going to be very much carrying on with those tasks. And something that I think I've learned, and I continue to remind myself, is a launch is not a one-day event. Like launching a new collection, it's a marathon, not a sprint, and there's a lot of tasks still left to do. And yes, those items are now available for sale on my website, but that doesn't mean that the kind of launching process is done. I didn't post a great deal of content over the bank holiday weekend to promote the launch, ironically, because I was super busy. We were here, there and everywhere, celebrating birthdays. I went to an amazing first birthday party in Blackpool, well, near Blackpool, that was just the cutest and yeah, made me really look forward to those milestones in our family, and it was important to take a step back and have some family time. And so that's what I did. And so this week needs to be more about sharing more about the products, starting to pack those orders that are coming in, which I'm beyond grateful for. I mean, I'm never going to stop saying it. Thank you so much for those of you who shop the collection. It really means the world. It means the world to see you being excited about the products just like I am and about the new designs, and that you kind of share in that and you see why I've created them, and that on its own like just fills me with joy. It really does. So yeah, on this week's list is very much start packing those orders. Today I want to reach out to current stockists, past stockists, potential stockists about the new collection. I want to send out another email and really plan some content for this week. But before I can do that, I need to tackle the launch aftermath explosion of mess that is my studio, because my mind is so tired today that I think clutter is just, working in a cluttered environment is just not going to do me any good. It never does, but I'm in a day where I could easily just procrastinate, and some may think tidying up is procrastinating, but I'm gonna disagree. I just want to clear a little bit of space before I sit down and get comfy, ready for some computer work. So let's do this. So I've packed those sticker orders, and what I've started to do is when orders are coming in, if I've got a batch of them, I separate them into what size of parcel they're going to be. And then I do it kind of in that order because I can get just a bit more of a production line going with doing all the envelope ones and then all the little boxes, the bigger boxes. So I've started with stickers, there's 6 done, and then I'm going to move through the rest of the orders bit by bit, but I need to finish getting all the stock ready that's on my list. I have had some more orders come in, so I need to add them to the list. That will probably be part of next week's vlog. There we go. The light is absolutely insane. It keeps getting really bright behind me, and I could do with some blinds, but there's just so many windows in here that yeah, that's gonna be a lot of blinds. Before I close out this vlog, I want to share a very exciting announcement of something that's going to be happening in April, and that is that I am collaborating with the lovely Upsadaisy on a 7-day self-care challenge called Unapologetically You. So the challenge is going to be running from the 15th to the 21st of April, and as part of the challenge there's going to be an exclusive Facebook community where we can spur each other on. There's going to be digital downloads, journaling prompts, live streams, individual challenges, lots of fun stuff to help you focus on taking a little bit of time for you each day in that week. So we're actually using this as an opportunity to raise money for charity. So if you want to take part in the challenge, all you have to do is make a small donation, and I will tell you about the charity in a second, and then you will be able to get access to the challenge and all the materials and the live streams, all the goodies for the week. The cause that's been chosen is close to all of our hearts. So involved in the challenge are Joe and Kate from Upsadaisy and obviously me from Sunshine Lane. And Joe had suggested that the cause we raise money for is a fantastic school near to them called Hollowfield School and College. So the school is exclusively for children and young people with complex and severe disabilities. And if you didn't know, before I was running Sunshine Lane, I was actually a social worker working with children with complex disabilities, so it's a cause close to my heart. And Joe and Kate know a young person who goes to Hollowfield School, and if you've ever been to a school like this, you would know that the teachers and the support staff work so incredibly hard to make sure these children have all their complex disability needs met, and then above and beyond that, that they can learn and develop and grow and be included in education and have social opportunities that they might not otherwise get. And you know, it's what all children and young people should have, but it's difficult to provide. And we all know teachers and support staff at schools, they're not well paid. It's definitely not a job that people get into for the pay. It's for the love of it, and they love what they do and they work incredibly hard. But currently they don't have a space at the school for the teachers. And when Joe kind of put this cause forward, she'd said to me, you know, I think it'd be really great if there's a space been identified at the school that could just be a little room for the teachers and the staff, and if we could help provide some funding to make this empty room a space that they could really benefit from, to get their moments of self-care in the day when they're working so hard to look after others. So I was absolutely on board, and I'm really pleased that by bringing you this self-care challenge for the week, it's an opportunity to raise money for a really worthwhile cause. I appreciate, you know, that it is difficult times for people at the moment, and so there's no set donation. We're just asking that you make a small contribution, whatever you feel or whatever you can afford, and you will then receive an email with all the details on how you can access the challenge, when the live streams will be, you'll get your free downloads, all those things. So how it's going to work is there's going to be a self-care bingo with lots of activities for you to complete. We decided not to do specific activities on specific days because sometimes you just might not have the opportunity on those days to actually carry out the particular activity. So we've got a whole bunch of challenges, some bigger and smaller than others, for you to complete over the week. And 3 of those activities include attending live streams by Joe Kate and me. So Jo will be kicking off the first one with setting up your bingo board and filling it in with your challenges for the week. Then Kate will be doing a midweek live stream, encouraging you to get creative in your journal, do some guided doodling, talk about how the challenge is going. So it'll be a really nice check-in with other people doing the challenge. And then my live stream will be closing out the challenge. And you can journal along with me as I create a spread in my journal, which I'm calling Notes to Your Incredible Self. It's going to be all about the reasons why you are who you are and all the great things about you, which some people can kind of shrink away from, and it can be a bit uncomfortable to kind of pay ourselves compliments and things, but I think it's really important. You can choose to do it that way or choose to do kind of positive affirmations and things, but I've actually put together a journaling kit, which I'm going to be using for the activity, which you can get in my shop. So I want to show you that before I close out the vlog. I know some of you have already signed up to the challenge, some of you have already been ordering the kits. You absolutely don't need to buy a kit to join in and do the live stream. You can use your own supplies and you can just take inspiration from the types of things I'm talking about, the journaling prompts, questions to think about, and just go your own creative way with it. But if you want to grab one of the journaling kits, you can absolutely do that. So let me show you the kit and I'll talk a little bit more about how I'm going to be using it in my live stream. Okay, so I'll run through what you get in each of the journaling kits. So you've got your 2-page instructions here, which outline how to use the things in the kit, what is in the kit. It's got some journaling prompts on there and information on the live stream. So we'll put that to one side. And then, so at the back of the pack, you've got 5 patterned papers, and I've gone for a hearts and rainbows theme. So we've got this one here with the hearts. It's all purple, pink, like a mint green and yellow. Then we've got white paper with just the heart pattern on. We've got this funky little rainbow one. We've got stripes. And then this one here, which I designed like this for a reason, which I'll explain in a minute, if you're wondering why it's such a chunky pattern. And then in your kit is this mini stencil to help you create the most adorable mini envelopes out of your pattern papers. So this is my little tester I did in completely different paper. It will allow you to make as many of these as you want. So you'll have your little envelope, you glue those sides together, and then in my journal spread, I'm going to be making lots of little notes about what makes me me and what I like about myself. It's going to be very self-love themed. And then I've got my little envelopes. But what I thought with this one was you have got the option to cut it into strips, and for that to then, look at that, perfect. For that to then, if you wanted to use some of these colours to write on instead of white paper for your little notes, you could do. So you've got your 5 patterned papers and your envelope stencil. Then there is a A5 sticker sheet. So it's got some lovely kind of self-love quotes and affirmations on here. So we've got more self-love. The way you speak to yourself matters. You are incredible. Be your own type of perfect. I love that one. And then lots of coordinating heart and rainbow little doodles, little washi tapes. We've got envelopes, little bird with the envelope. We've got bunting, page flags. So lots and lots of decor to coordinate and decorate your journal spread. Then we've got 2 individual stickers. So the first one says on a self-love journey, and it's in these delicate pastels. They are slightly darker than what they're showing up on the camera at the minute. And then this circular one which says I believe in myself and my capabilities, and again it's in matching colours. So these are both matte vinyl, they're waterproof stickers, so if you wanted to use them not in your journal and like on a water bottle or a tumbler or something, then you have got that option. And then a little postcard as a reminder that you are so loved. So all a self-love theme, and then there will also be a coordinating washi tape, which should be arriving today or tomorrow, and everyone will have a coordinated washi tape sampler. So there's a whole bunch of goodies. It's £10 for the journaling kit. There is a discount code you can access if you sign up for the challenge, and when you download my free digital download, which is like a self-love check-in printable that you can put in your journal or your planner, then as well as the freebie you'll also get 10% off. So if you wanted to grab one of the journaling kits and you're taking part in the challenge, then you can get it for £9 instead of £10. I just wanted to show you some of the coordinating goodies that Upsadaisy have created, because one in particular I am super excited about. So Upsadaisy are well known for their stencils, and they have created a sunshine font stencil. This is actually the font that is the font from my logo, from my Sunshine Lane logo. I'm going to swap that round because it's annoying me. And this is how it will look. This isn't the actual stencil. You get these cheat sheets with the stencil now that show you how they will be when they finish, because they're always a little bit hard to show, the stencils. There you go, it kind of shows up against the wood. So this is the lowercase one, and they always make it so these holes at the bottom fill in like the hole on the A, the B, the D, etc. So you get a complete letter, so it will look like this when it's finished. And then the same with the uppercase. I'm so excited to have my own font stencil, and you can grab one of these in Upsadaisy's shop. And there's lots of coordinating goodies in their Don't Worry Be Happy range, and these 3 washi tapes are just like, I need more washi tapes in my life, but they're so gorgeous. No one needs more washi tapes in their life, but they want more washi tapes in their life. Let me show you this one. So we've got a smiley face, then a daisy floral, and then this gorgeous coordinating like block stripe washi. I just love it. So they're both kind of similar colour schemes with the purple, green, pink and red, slightly different shades to my journaling kit, but like everything coordinates. They've got journaling sets in their shop, like new journal stickers. Like how cute is this, one of their sheets out of the set that's got like 6 sticker sheets, and it's got all these Don't Worry Be Happy quotes. So do things that make you feel like yourself, give yourself permission to pause, put yourself at the top of your to-do list, and self-care is not a luxury, it's a priority. Just so lovely. So yeah, make sure you check out their goodies as well. You absolutely don't have to buy any of the goodies to take part in the challenge, but if you wanted to get hold of some of the goodies that we'll be using in the live streams, then you absolutely can. So I'm going to sign off this week's vlog. I just once again want to say a huge thank you for shopping the collection. Those of you that have shopped the collection, you just make my heart very happy. If you've ordered something, let me know in the comments below what you're most excited to receive. I'd love to know that. That would, yeah, be really interesting and fun to see. For the rest of this week, I am gonna focus on getting your orders out of the door, so you should receive them very soon. And just a big thank you for watching. I will show you more of those orders going out in next week's vlog, as well as making sure I take my new products over to some of my stockists. So make sure you join me for that. I'll look forward to reading your comments, and I'll see you very soon. Bye everyone.